Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Tampa. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On play action. Now Keenum rolling to his left. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. To throw is Keenum. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Keenum steps away to his left. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception. But it's 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Number 8, Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spent a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
They go play action now. Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
And that'll be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the flag thrown for the contact, mark off the yardage.
And sometimes you just read a hitch route way too fast. You get there before you're supposed to, and there's the penalty.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got him in, it's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns' D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards, the final tally. Now it's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Jackson will throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 50 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up second down. They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Rolling to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Keenum. As he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A good grab by the Clemson native there, Sammy Watkins, Charles.
And he doesn't have every measurable that you look for in a receiver, but you can't deny the production. I mean, this guy knows how to get the football. He knows how to make tough catches, no matter how tightly covered.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Trying to go back to Watkins, but it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out execute their game plan, and keep moving.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On play action, it's Keenum. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Dancing to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Keenum. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Keenum. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going deep for Brown. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 21. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
As many games as the 2 of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another? And especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball.
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
They couldn't ask for much more at this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
And they will take a knee here. They go with Chubb on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Keenum. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. 20, 10, and he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.